Murder in Avignon, Book 17 in the Maggie Newberry Mysteries, written by Susan Kiernan-Lewis, narrated by Susan Kiernan-Lewis. Chapter 1. No matter how long she lived, Maggie would always associate the sound of a train's brakes squeaking with the anticipation of adventure. She felt a thrill of expectation as she waited for the train to pull all the way into the Gare d'Avignon Center. She tried to remember the last time she had a whole weekend to herself, except for the weekend where she and Grace had gone skiing in Grenoble a few years back, which didn't count because she wasn't alone. She was sure that time was before kids came on the scene. It was a deeply calming feeling, not having to worry about anyone else's needs. Her two teens, 3 if she counted Luke, which, of course, she needed to, had their own lives and schedules these days, but still seemed to need Maggie nearly as much as when they were small. Once the train doors slid open, she stepped down from the train onto the cement platform, dragging her suitcase behind her. She smiled at the memory of her 14-year-old son, Jemmy, seeing her off at the X train station this morning. True, he barely looked up from his smartphone long enough to kiss her goodbye, but he might notice her absence this weekend, even so. Like his sister, Jemmy still counted on Maggie to wake him up in the morning, sort his laundry, schedule his school projects, and orchestrate his after-school sporting events, although those had become much less frequent. Maggie's 12-year-old daughter, Mila, was more independent, but even she vaguely recognized the role her mother played in making her life as comfortable as it was. As Maggie maneuvered off the platform in the direction of the signs for sortir, she felt a flinch of discomfort at the thought of Mila. She would be in Atlanta by now. She, Laurent, and Luke had left the day before yesterday. Laurent had dropped Mila off with her grandmother in Atlanta before heading west so that he could get Luke settled in his summer internship program at Salvador Vineyard in California. The buoyant, restless excitement that Luke had demonstrated as he packed the car for the drive to the Marseille airport had been very different from Jemmy's lackluster farewell at the train station. Luke couldn't wait to start his new life, specifically his new life in America. Maggie had gotten used to that idea gradually after Luke had won his scholarship to Napa Valley College last spring. It was hard to look into the face of all that youthful elation and not feel...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?